Ocean Brew Car Wash. It's one of the best car wash in the town. And this is a place that where they giving me a free car wash for my birthday. It was June 13th, and I'm 54 years old right now. 1971. And giving me the free car wash, and I hope that many other places like this, because of the promotion, you know, for the business.
For that, for the most part.
Yeah,
but people like Mark Levin, who is a Jew, and seeing what's happening between Iran and Israel, they go, well, this is a threat to not only millions of Jews in Israel, but also Iran is a threat to the world.
Right, largest sponsor of terrorism.
Yes, so they need to be stopped. And we, the United States and Israel, we have the capability to do so.
Right.
So use it. What's it there for? So but people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and others, Thomas Massey and others, were worried that this is going to get us into another foreign war that we're not going to be able to get out of. And I don't think the comparisons are even.
No. Next week we won't be talking about it.
Yeah. So a one-off strike like what happened here does not represent Operation Desert Storm.
Well, and the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, if you think the numbers I mentioned earlier, so President Trump in this term has dropped 36 bombs, and Obama dropped 30,000 in his tenure. And so, I mean, there's
30,000, really, like drones and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So if you look at the number, my point is we're nowhere even near the number of.
Right, I know. And it's not.
We didn't have the same conversation. No, in fact, I didn't even care when Obama was dropping bombs on terrorist sites.
We did that in Libya.
For you.
Remember we struck in Libya without congressional authorization?
That's one area we can agree with President Obama at the time on. Good job for you, you know. So
next story, Steve.
I just want to say that if Israel was responsible for JFK, it would have been like the cigarette lighter in the limousine blowing up, not something so ordinary as a gunshot, you know, given the operation
with the pager,
yeah. Grim Beeper, they call that operation. I want to tell you that the United States and Israel are very, 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 very bad at genocide. Because that's what we're being accused of, right? Israeli genocide in Gaza.
Yeah.
Israel, if they really wanted to, they're doing a really bad job of it if they wanted to exterminate the Palestinian people. And one of the proofs that they're not is that they are providing $30 million in aid to a group called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which goes into Gaza to distribute food. Now, Hamas was working with the UN, or the UN was working with Hamas to send aid in, and Hamas would take it and hold it hostage, use it for its own purposes and hold it hostage. Now they've got this group that is not connected to Hamas or the UN, and reports are that Hamas is actually shooting some of the aid people that are distributing the aid.
Why?
Just because they don't want their people, because they are fundamentally against their own people.
They want Israel to look as bad as possible and be able to blame, I'm guessing, blame starving kids on Israel.
Yeah.
So they can't do that if the kids are fed.
Yeah.
Well, that is evil on a whole nother scale.
So anyway, the U.S. is providing aid. Everybody, all you college PhDs out there that are protesting on campus about free Palestine and the genocide, United States is providing $30 million of food to the Palestinian people
Listen,
in Gaza.
the term genocide this doesn't even fit the definition of genocide. Genocide is when a group of people are attacked for their ethnicity.
For the purpose of annihilation.
Yeah.
Yes, or like you could say the genocide in World War II with the concentration camps for the Jews. Hitler and the Nazis were trying to kill all the Jews. Okay, in the case of the Gaza war in Israel, between Hamas and Israel, if the Israelis were involved in genocide, they would be attacking all Arabs. It would just be a war against Arabs. Well, 20% of the population of Israel itself is made up of Arabs. I know I've had many friends over the years living in Israel who are Arabs. Israel doesn't target them for death.
Right.
Yeah,
So
also,
it's a political and struggle down there, an ideological struggle. Israel's not committing acts of genocide. So go ahead.
right, and also genocide is usually doesn't need to have been provoked. It's an ideology that you just live
Right.
out year round. It doesn't change. But everything that they're doing here is in response of what took place
Also good.
in October
Even
of 2023.
Even if you could limit the genocide to say it's just we want genocide of the Palestinian people, it would be a lot easier to just flat out